There are many, many great jazz musicians who perform regularly in South Jersey. And if you ask them about piano players, one name is always at the top of the list.
Jim Riddle, as a pianist, I mean, I don't know that there's anyone else like Jim for me. He's just a consummate jazz artist.
When I started playing, I was just a young boy, and I was influenced by the music in our house. I went to parochial school. I studied with the nun who taught their sister Rebecca. I'm the youngest of 5 children, and we all took piano lessons. I did that for a few years, and then I quit, but then I always played by ear. In high school, I met a terrific pianist named Keith Triquare, who was at a teacher's college getting his degree. When I heard him play, I was age 15, and I just knew I wanted to be a jazz player. It was a very pivotal moment in my life. So I studied with him, and then I took 1 or 2 years of classical with a teacher in my hometown. And I really couldn't read for beans. I mean, I was not a good reader, but good enough ears, and I had a feeling for the music, for jazz, and also I have a feeling for classical music, even though I didn't really play it. To college, both developed, but I'm essentially at the source a jazz musician, but I'm very influenced by classical music. All kinds of music I'm influenced by, and that is reflected in my writing and different projects I do.
Jim grew up on a ranch in North Dakota. As a student at the University of Colorado at Denver, he composed a piece called Ocean Sojourn that he performed with the Denver Symphony Orchestra.
As a composer, you're setting things down so other people can play it. When you're performing, it's in the moment, whether you're playing classical music or jazz. You could compose something and it might take a full year to do a 10-minute piece. But when somebody performs it, it's over in 10 minutes. As improvisers, you could say, and it's been said many times, that we're composers at the moment. Yes, but in a much more traditional sense, it's like when you compose, you have to put things down in some form that people away from you can take your music and play it. I like doing both as a composer and as a performer. I make my living completely through music. 95% of it is through performing gigs, concerts, and then another 5% I teach. So it's a combination of the two, but it's all music. Yep.
This fall, Jim will be a visiting artist in residence, teaching a jazz performance class at Princeton University. I've had the immense pleasure of seeing Jim play several times within a few miles of my home here in Ocean City. I asked him about the jazz scene in South Jersey.
It's all about community. This scene wouldn't be happening if the community wasn't built. It's not just the patrons of the arts doing it, it's the patrons of the arts with the musicians, and it's the musicians reaching out to the people to become patrons and see a value in it. It's totally united, it has to be.